What would you do if you were...
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Behind, halfway, ready, regular.
51 to Mike.
1st and 10 here for Flacco. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, look, gun.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Flacco. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 48. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Lindsay. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Let's go, baby.
20.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. A break from the ground game here. Flacco, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
11.
From the 36, Garoppolo flushed out right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 22 yards there, a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Here's Mostert. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Passing play, Flacco. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Now Flacco, and that's complete to the tight end Hireman. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Mostert takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
51. Hey, Charlie. Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, Mike 51.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Here we go,
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Come get some. Come on here, come get some.
This is Mostert.
Check 15.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well, as we are back and started in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Play action. Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Hey, Haywood!
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on first down? Pitch and catch complete to Hireman. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he's got this down to the 35.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. On 2nd and 9, Flacco. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Flacco. And it's caught. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal. Here's Flacco. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Here we go, here we go. 12, 80. Check 26, check 26. Recon, 132 fighter.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
One, Omaha.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. This is taken at about the 14. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And who else to make the big play to seal this victory but Richard Sherman?
He does have an exquisite sense of timing, doesn't he? He loves the spotlight, loves the big stage, really feels no pressure when there's a big play that needs to happen, and he just did another one right there. Remember when he knocked one away to seal an NFC Championship game against San Francisco? And that was really kind of the big arrival on stage for the rest of the world, was that play in that game for Richard Sherman.
Again, they'll run with Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position. And obviously, a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal, go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great. But that's not what you're really playing for.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.